Hulk vs. Blonsky the Abomination. Blonsky knocks Spar unconscious from behind as she is interviewing Stearns. Stearns is afraid, but Blonsky says he wants Stearns to transform him into what Bruce transforms. Stearns is eager to comply for reasons unrelated to Blonsky's threats, but he warns Blonsky that the end outcome, given what Blonsky already has, might be an abomination. Blonsky raises Stearns to the ceiling and declares that this constitutes informed consent, and the ball begins to roll. Stearns' technique takes hold as Betty and Bruce enjoy a moment in the chopper, and, now the abomination, crashes the whole lab, dumping chemicals over Stearns, whose head bubbles strangely and begins to grow wider and flatter as he grins. Blonsky rushes outside and begins tearing up the streets and troops left behind. And one of the soldiers sends a message to Ross saying, "The Hulk is loose." Ross looks to Banner, who is equally surprised, and adds, "That's impossible." They manage to get a video of the abomination ripping up the city. Bruce knows that there is only one thing that can stop it, and Ross agrees. They walk over to the construction site and open the rear entrance. Betty urges Bruce not to do it, stating they don't know whether he'll change, but he insists on trying. They kiss, and he then allows himself to fall backward. He gets over the building level and says, "Oh, she." Down the street from the abomination, a massive hole emerges in the middle of the pavement. The Hulk carefully pushes himself out of the hole, roaring. Blonsky listens and smiles as the two creatures rush toward one another. They leap and connect in mid-air, Blonsky leading the way, briefly dazzling Hulk and pounding him down the street. Hulk brushes it off before ripping a police cruiser in half and launching it at the abomination. Blonsky absorbs the blow before unleashing his own, striking Hulk through a building and all the way downtown. As Ross orders the helicopter gunner to commence fire on Blonsky, the abomination roars in joy and pursues after him, scaling over and over buildings to catch up. Blonsky narrowly avoids all of the gunshots and catches up to Hulk, pummeling him more before choosing to steal the copter. When Hulk discovers Betty in there, he roars and grabs Blonsky, forming a copter abomination Hulk chain. The pilot claims that there is too much weight on her and that he must land her, as Hulk and Abomination continue their struggle on the landing struts. The fighting grows too much for the helicopter, and it crashes near a building site, as is always the case. Blonsky continues to hammer on Hulk while Betty and Ross extract themselves from the rubble. A spark from the main rotor strikes a gas puddle beneath the helicopter. When Hulk notices this, he grows angrier and larger, and manages to push the abomination away just in time to generate a sonic boom, which extinguishes the flames by creating a limited vacuum. Meanwhile, the abomination has discovered a massive chain with two mace-like attachments on the end and is happily swinging it at Hulk. Hulk gets beneath it, grabs the chain, and wraps it around Blonsky's neck. He tightens his grip, knocking Blonsky out. When Betty yells out, "Stop!" he pulls it tighter, desperate to eliminate the cause of his grief and agony. When Hulk sees her, he calms down and obeys. Hulk tosses the abomination to settle at the feet of Ross before letting free with another triumph shout. For a little period, all is silent. No one moves as the Hulk looks about suspiciously at all the small people with noisy weaponry as a second helicopter comes with a searchlight screaming. Hulk screams in fury and returns to the rooftops, fleeing. Be sure to leave a like and a comment and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification.